Hi and welcome, I'm Tommy Hobson. This is the DROPCAST Movie Poster Podcast Release Edition. This format is part of the Instagram blog Drop, and you can find us under @DropMakeOfficial. We do reviews, news, and interviews that all have to do with the film business. We have a little release special last week with Gabs, of course, and we talked about this wonderful Lord of the Rings piece, but I have a little surprise for you. Since we have no release today, I brought a good friend over, and this good friend is James Hobson. James Creative, and he's part of the Moore Art Gallery, and we will talk about some releases of that as well. So stay tuned, head over to our Instagram profile @DropMakeOfficial to follow along with the art we are talking about, or check us out on YouTube for the video version. James, how you doing, man?
Good, very good, thank you.
Yeah.
How you doing, Tom?
I'm doing okay. We just did the whole Bounty Park podcast for this Friday's episode, and tonight is the release episode that's going live, and also tonight is happening the great release we're talking at the end of the show. But let's jump right into it and talk about the first couple of releases. And the first one is going to be by the first releases are going to be by Bottleneck. And Bottleneck did something new. They invited Michelle Clapton in, and Michelle Clapton, she is a what's it called? I forgot the name. Not a set designer. She's doing the clothing. I forgot the name. Costume designer. There you go. Oh my God, I can't talk. But yeah, and she provided her drawings, I guess, for a fine Archie clay, which is 12 by 16 inches and is a signed and hand number edition of 80. We have four different versions. There's Arya, there is Brienne, and we have Daenerys, and we have Cersei as well. How did you like those? Is it? Are you excited about something new in the pop culture world?
Yeah, it's exactly that. It's good that Bottleneck seems to be trying something different, something a little bit new. That can only be sort of celebrated, really, for sure. Especially with the show that has amazing costumes. Anyway,
Yeah.
That in particular should be celebrated.
Exactly. I think I would love to see that for Black Panther. That would probably be really cool in terms of the cultural stuff that is going on in the movie, and very interesting to see.
Maybe something that Grey Matter could do with their sort of like Marvel access. Maybe see some like concept stuff and costume with them.
Yeah, good idea. Maybe we should force us on them to do that. Next release is by DKNG, and they did this very wonderful National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation piece in different versions. James, tell us something about that.
It's awesome. It comes in 3 different versions. Obviously, perfect timing. Personal favorite.
Which one? We have the.
It's probably the foil. So that's 20. They're all 24 by 18 inches. Yeah. The regular hand number edition of 205. Then there's the rainbow foil variant, which I think is probably my favorite. I'd like to see it in the flesh, obviously, and that is an edition of 150. And then you've got the version without title treatment, and that's a rare sort of hand number edition of 75. That's pretty nice as well. Just even if you didn't know anything about the film, it's just quite a nice print just to have there. A lot of people have like Christmas prints up, don't they? So it's going to be perfect.
They did a lot of Christmas prints, and this is part of the release of yesterday. And yesterday was like crazy in terms of traffic. The guys from Bottleneck, Joe, he's always a saint, doing a lot of stuff he can do. And they stopped bots. I think there was no bot buys for this release. That's what he was saying on Twitter. And but the site was really crazy, and I heard, I think like 8,000 people tried to buy something. So that's unique. It was like some unique numbers they had going on there. So that was really interesting to hear about their numbers, and it's the top, in their top 5 I heard of releases. So really interesting, and part of the
crazy.
Yeah,
good for them.
Exactly.
It's a good year. Like, it rounds out such a good year for Bottleneck.
Yeah, it's crazy good year, and I mean they're doing a lot. They're working hard, so it's always appreciated by the collectors, obviously. Even though a lot of collectors like that usually score with Bottleneck, they missed out. A lot of people were saying that. I don't know if it was just a particular release, but I was wondering myself why it was so favored. Because we had multiple stuff. We had the Unicorn, the Matt First Unicorn, not from his own, but from release from Bottleneck. We had, as we just showed, the National Lampoons. And then we have this Batman Silent Night released by Matt Ryan Tobin, which looks great as ever. And yeah, no likeness for Michael Keaton, obviously. Have the shadow face going on with a little bit of jawline. And the bat signal there, which is looking really cool. I love the regular version, which is 24 by 36 inches with 175, and then we have the variant version as well with an addition of 75, same size. Which is your favorite? Which one do you like better?
I'm probably going with the regular on this one, just because it speaks like Gothic completely.
Yeah,
it says more to the film to me in that kind of color variant, I'd say.
I think so too.
But it's a really, really good idea to kind of like get away with likeness. It says everything about Batman and that particular movie, like without having the license. I think like Matt Ryan Tobin's had a really, really good year, and he just seems to be getting better. Like from the Scott Pilgrim print they put out to this, it's just like upwards.
The Crow was in there, so yeah, he was going along the lines
Crow
of.
as well. That's like one of the prints of the year. So this is another great one.
Yeah, another artist who definitely had a good year is our next one, and he sticks to the Batman universe. It's Sam Gilby with the Chris Smith Joker version of G-Clay 18 by 24, hand number edition of 100, and it's for Batman the Animated Series, Season 1, Episode 2. And yeah, it looks really cool. They got love the Christmas spirit, and there's a variant version again as the ones we had before of the Batman animated series prints, also same size, but hand number edition of 50 in black and white. Which do you like better? I think I have to say for me it's the colored version. It gives me more of a Christmas feeling.
Yeah, it's definitely got those Christmas colors. I quite like the black and white version actually.
Yeah, okay.
I think it's kind of it's like a wonderful life. I think that's what it's kind of like riffing on.
Mm-hmm.
But I think it's really clever the way like you've got the presents there, like referencing the episode and stuff like that. Another great print by Sam, and he's selling out all the time at Bottleneck now. It's just again another artist who seems to be on the up.
Yeah, Sam Gilby. He's also a good guy. We talked to him via the Poster Posse, so it was really some good times. Is he going to be? Is he going to do some more art in the future?
Maybe. I do have something in mind that is would be good for license for likeness.
Sam.
And Sam is great for. Yeah. So yeah, hopefully next year something with Sam. We'll see if we can make it happen. Yeah.
Staying with the Batman universe, what else do we have in store, James?
So we're moving on to puzzles.
Puzzles.
Perfect for Christmas.
Exactly.
Yeah, puzzles. Puzzles like blew up this year, I think. Yeah. Obviously with the downtime from COVID. And it's a really nice way, you can, at the sizes they do them, you can get frames for some of these as well. So if you missed out on the poster, it could be something you can do, have fun, like creating those artworks, grabbing something that you might not have got as a print.
Yeah.
But yeah, so here we've got Raid 71's Batman the Animated Series, another like amazing show which you put together with Chris.
Yeah.
There's 1,000 pieces in this, and it's got a glow in the dark layer as well.
Yeah, that's cool, right? And also, it also comes with all the puzzles come also with a fold-up poster that's included with like every puzzle.
Oh, amazing!
So that's kind of cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
What else do we have?
Batman again. Mm-hmm. Rogues Gallery. So it's another print which has been produced by Steve Reeves. Mm-hmm. Steve is an incredible key artist, so it's good to see him like producing prints now as well.
And I think it's still available on Bottleneck's website, this print. Not the variant. The variant was black and white. I love the variant in this case better, but the rag is still available. So if you like the puzzle, you definitely can own a version of that. And by the way, all the puzzles are 20 by 27 inches. So I think we've got to mention that.
That's awesome. It's a really decent size. Yeah. But yeah, it's a great print. Like, really good. I would grab that. It's, yeah, like I said, still available. Buy both. Get the set.
There you go.
Buy the puzzle. Get the print. Save on your shipping. And then the final one, again, Batman puzzle, Eyes on Gotham by Jared Mariama. I hope I haven't completely ruined the surname. Like I said, 20 by 27 again. And a really iconic print with loads of the foes of Batman from the animated series.
Exactly. Yeah, and then this is it for Bottleneck this time around, and we're moving over to Mondo. And Mondo has this great game series they do. It's called Unmatched, and it's a miniature dueling tabletop game. And there's going to be the different version. They have a Jurassic Park version, they have a Bruce Lee version, and other cool stuff from Legends. I really enjoy the series, and there are two artists or actually four artists that came out with, or there are 4 games coming out. Redemption Row, which features Luke Cage, Ghost Rider, and Moon Knight, which is made by Matt Taylor, which looks really amazing. And obviously, Matt Taylor, haha. And yes, still sad a little bit, Matt, that you couldn't make it for the podcast, for the Bounty Park, but we're going to forgive you because you keep putting out great art. Then we have Hell's Kitchen, which is Daredevil, Elektra, and the Great Bullseye, which is by Oliver Barrett, who've done a couple of these already. So that's really cool. And which I don't have the images for, which is Teen Spirit with Marvel, Squirrel Girl, and Cloak and Dagger. And then we have for King and Country featuring Black Widow, Black Panther, and Winter Soldier. I'm looking forward to these. They're all really very cool. I always wanted to buy one, so if anybody wants to give me something for Christmas, I would love to take that.
Maybe, Tom.
Maybe, yeah.
Shipping from the UK to Germany is expensive, so maybe we'll hold
I was
up.
so nice. I was naughty. Okay, what else do we have in store, James?
Well, a big one. It's a biggie. One. It's the mighty Rory Kurtz with Mandalorian. Something which, once again, no one could get. So take a look at those screens and take it all in. It's referencing season 1.
It's the best you're going to get.
Yeah. There's the aftermarket, guys. It's all good. It's all fine. Printed by DL, obviously. 24 by 36. In addition of 400, and then we have the variant edition. I don't know. I can't decide on.
I have to say
on which
I have a little bit of a problem with it because I love definitely the variant in this case. I love the colorway better, and I love the Obresh on it, the basic language from Star Wars. But why not Mondo Eye? I don't know why. It doesn't make sense to me. But okay, I'm going to ask Rory what happened because he's going to be on the Bounty Park for the last chapter of Mandalorian Season 2. So stay tuned for that. And we probably will talk about the poster as well a little bit. But yeah, it was...
Should we get in contact with Rory and see if he can do a special one-off version for the Bounty Park with the right text?
Oh, maybe I should ask
the
him.
Mondo Eye or whatever.
That's a good call. Maybe I should ask him. And maybe two. There's going to be one of two for each of us.
Yeah,
how about
yeah,
that?
Absolutely. we can pick the colors. Yeah. It's fine. It's good for us. I don't care.
We're gonna make it live. So if he's gonna say no, people are gonna be mad, and then if you're gonna say yes, you can't go back. We love you, Rory.
So yeah, the variant was in an edition of 200.
Sold out as.
If you can find one, grab one. Yeah, I can't decide. They're both really, really great. Can't say anything more than that. But what you do still have is the timed edition Giclée print.
Yeah, which is still.
I don't know if you want to say something about that.
Yeah, which is still available at this time. It runs through tomorrow, 11:59 Central. So it bleeds into Friday European time. But yeah, it's an amazing piece as always, and is part of his portrait series he always does. And yeah, looks really cool. So I think you can't go wrong with this one. Pick it up, 8x10, static medium printed. Yeah, why not? Yeah, moving on to the next one. Also, Mondo is some very, very cool Cyberpunk prints. I started playing the game, really enjoyed it so far, and Phantom City Creative made these, and the colors look amazing, and the little ideas of this kind of like X-ray style is really cool. There's the regular version, which is an edition of 250, and it's 24x36, also by DL screen printing. And the variant in a black and white with like touches of red look really cool with a samurai on the back there, which pops really nice. And yeah, this edition was available 125 times. Really cool stuff. And yeah, what do you think on the posters?
I like the reg on that one.
Yeah, of the colors.
The yellow,
like
yellow
the colors,
one.
yeah.
Yeah, exactly. It's the colors on that one that like totally make it. But it's a really, really nice, clever composition on that.
Mm-hmm.
It looks like it would have taken a while to figure out. A lot of work gone into that.
Yeah.
And it's kind of like, yeah, it's as glitchy as the game, as they would say.
Exactly. And we're still not all. We have also some, is it a long sleeve? I think, yeah. A long sleeve T-shirt for Cyberpunk with the samurai logo and get some text on the back on the sleeves there. Available extra small to 3 times XL, and it's Pacific Sports 100% cotton white long sleeve. On art obviously by Fantasy Creative, so that's a chance to at least get a little bit of the poster. on you. And yeah, that's really cool. And the last piece for Mondo is going to be Mary Poppins Returns, which looks really cool, and it's by an artist I haven't known before, Jack Hughes, and it's a 24x36 screen print by DL, and it's an edition of 185. Are you a big Mary Poppins fan? You are British. You must
British,
be, right?
Yeah, I like Mary Poppins. Yeah, ish. I haven't seen it in a long time.
But it's a new one, right? It's the new one.
Yeah. Mary Poppins Returns. Like, I don't know that much about Mary Poppins, but what I do like is the pink, like, branches on that. That's really cool.
And the leaves also like floating around.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. So how that's picked out on the black and white people around Mary Poppins.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's a good print.
That's a good print. What are no prints are the next thing we're going to talk about. What was that, James? Tell us a little something about it, because you know those people as well.
My family at the poster party. There's a tribute for Cyberpunk 2077 by CD Projekt Red. So we do a lot. Well, not me. I've done a couple. So you basically do passion projects for a few things that mean a lot to certain artists. Here we've got a fabulous artwork. So these aren't available as prints, but they're basically showing off what artists can really do, what they're passionate about.
But maybe Cyberpunk sees them, because I'm going to tag them, and they say, "Hey, how about we going to make that a print?"
Exactly.
Or
I
guess Mondo has a license, so maybe Mondo is picking them up, because some of them are just amazing.
There's a lot throughout the year. There's a lot of passion projects throughout the year. Some of these are next level, really, really good. Yeah. So first one's by Lucas Peveril, who's a really, really underrated artist in my opinion. He's put out some really good stuff. He did one for the AMP 30x30 this year. I can't remember the film. Was it Nikita?
Yeah, I think La Femme Nikita.
Yeah. That's incredible. Like, if you can find that anywhere, check that out. That's Lucas Peveril. Got Big Cat's design.
Yeah, from Soul.
Seeing a lot.
Yeah, that gave me a lot of like a Blade Runner vibe there.
Definitely. I haven't played the game myself, but I'm guessing they used a lot of Blade Runner vibes in the cyberpunk world.
Kind of,
So it's
yeah. But
obviously
I think
on
that
that.
the poster, the poster in particular, in terms of how's it painted, gave me this Drew Struzan feeling, and like with the building in the background there, which we have on the Drew Struzan poster. So yeah.
Yeah, it's difficult to know how this one's been constructed. I don't know if it's like stock photography or photography from the game that's then been painted over like digitally. Big Cat's design does a lot in a very similar style.
Yeah.
But they always look great. They always look absolutely like it's a signature style. And when you see one of these pieces now, you're like, oh, that's a Big Cat's design.
Yeah, exactly.
They're really, really nice. Awesome art. Next one, Dave Merrill.
Yep, he's been on a couple times. Dave Merrill, he's a good guy, and yeah, love this. This piece is one of my favorites, but my favorite is going to be the last one of the show. I put it that way. And yeah, but also like this one. Dave Merrill put like all the main characters together. It looks like really like a movie poster-esque scene there, and I really enjoyed this one with all the like.
Yeah.
This is very Star Warsy in terms of the Star Wars poster. It reminded me of that, and yeah, very typical. Yeah, and the last one, obviously, I said it. Raphael Rolla. He put this poster together. I just love it. It's kind of same style to Dave's one, but I love the colorway and the treatment of the title. It just looks amazing. I have to say, to me, it looks incredible. I want a print of that in these colors. Make a pop. They're gonna look amazing.
Cool.
Thoughts on that, James? Which one is your favorite of the four? Oh, there's a fifth one. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I said, my bad. I said something wrong. This one is by Attila Zaka. I looked at the wrong spot there. I'm sorry. Sorry, Rafal. I love you too. But Attila, I want yours, buddy. Yeah. And the last one, I'm sorry. I mentioned this one. Yeah. It's by Raphael Rolla, which looks really cool. I love it. I love it in the way it's painted and like the brownish style with the reds in the front there. Like hand drawn, like a very cool card, or it reminded me a little bit of Carl Fitzgerald's drawings, but yeah, really cool stuff. But yeah, which one do you like best from those five?
Oh, that's tough.
You have to pick one.
I like.
You can get only one print.
Lucas's. I'm becoming more and more like a fan of his style. I think that really fits in with the like cyberpunk aesthetic.
All right.
Picking up on like comics and anime and stuff like that. I think it stands out. But yeah, Raphael Rolla as well is really good. It's really nice, painterly. It's been kind of like faded out, and then you've got like the main focus in the center. That's really nice too. But they're all so good. This is like a really, really good group of images.
Yeah, it's tough to pick. I know. And yeah, now something you I guess you picked that as well, or you made it happen, is the Moore Art Gallery prints by Freya Bets, and then we're gonna have also two pins that go along with it by Jaron Hemphill. And yeah, the first one is the already released edition of Freya Bets hand-numbered limited edition of 300 offset lithograph printed on 300 grams per square meter uncoated art paper, A2 Stanley. And yeah, Power Entertainment licensed this, so that's really cool that you work with them together. And yeah, it looks incredible. It's such a detailed piece. Love the background on it. What Freya did there is just amazing. Freya is such a great artist, also a Poster Posse member, and yeah, she's done some really great projects for you guys now, and this is just one of them. And A2 is, by the way, 16.5 times 23.4 inches. And then we have something that's coming out or that came out today when this is going to be released, and it's a timed edition for 5 days. And it's a fine archie clay print, gallery grade, and on premium cotton rag archival paper, 24 by 18 inches, including the borders. And this is the view of Stanley's office. Got the Spider-Man pinball machine in the background, and there are references to his office out there, and it looks really, really close to this illustration. So I really love that. Do you like one of each better, or do you just like love them all the same?
Oh, it's tough. I worked with Freya quite a bit on The Office, so it's hard to kind of like detach myself from that. Whereas she brought in the portrait one, kind of like, and it was pretty much perfect. Like it was just like, well, you've caught that. Freya's a really, really great portrait artist. She recently did official Star Trek stamps for
nice.
Royal Mail. So that was like she came into this like off the back of that. So for me, it's a rough one.
I have to say
it's hard to be objective.
I have to say I have to take the portrait one because I love the colors. I love this like, I don't know, eggshell off-white shirt on Stan Lee, and then have it on reflect on the paper, and then this red pops in with the signature. I think that's really cool. But yeah, as I said, it's not all. We also have some pins by Jared Hemphill, and he did one pin, which is I'll call it the regular version, which is available for £9 over at Moore Art Gallery, which looks really cool. But I have to say the limited one, which is only available 100 times, will be out today as well. It is, both are 35 millimeters, by the way, right? Yeah, they're the same.
Yeah, that's right.
And yeah, the colorway on this one is very fitting with the colorway of my favorite version of Freya's of the two Freya Stanley prints. And you definitely should look into that. If you like Stanley, if you're a fan of Marvel Comics, this is something you have to have at home, because he's the man, Stan the Man. That's what they call him. So you better check that out, people. Yeah, this is it from us at this point, and we will be back. I hope so, James. This is not going to be your last time, is it?
Let's hope not.
Let's hope not. Exactly, and you can see us on a Bounty podcast, podcast together, and Rory Kurt's going to come on, as we mentioned. So check that out too. And next week, I'm going to talk to Jolie about his teased and long-awaited Wonder Woman 84 print, and some not cutlery, but some plates he did. So you better stay tuned for that. It's going to be an in-depth, detailed look like we did with Gaps when. Thank you again, James, for coming on, and I'll definitely see you soon. And you people up there, follow us on YouTube and Instagram at DropMacOfficial, and on YouTube DropMac, and subscribe there, and leave us some comments and shout outs and greetings, whatever you want. I'll see you next time, and James too. Bye guys.